Hello everybody out there and welcome back to another weekly comic book haul. And we got a nice haul this week. Nice amount of books, pretty big amount of books. And we got a nice amount of physicals as well. We got an extra book and we've got one free comic book day book. We didn't really go overboard this year. Cindy got a lot of free comic book day books, but she's in the middle of reading them, so I didn't want to grab them and bring them up. But let's just say we got everything we wanted except we missed out on the Civil War free comic book day book, which I'm upset about because it had the Origin of Wasp. But maybe we'll catch it later on in life. But anyway, before we get into any of the books, as always, we talk a little bit about news. I don't want you guys to worry because I know you guys are seeing this haul video on Tuesday and you're like, oh boy, it's coming out late. Does that mean the comic review is going to be late? No, we are already very deep into our books and hopefully we will be done by Wednesday to give you guys the comic review and slowly push our reviews back to the beginning of the week instead of towards the end of the week. Other than that, I learned a lot this past week on Dark Avenger Live, and I actually came up with something else for Dark Avenger Live. But anyway, let's get into the stuff I learned this week. I learned that you guys liked the random live streams every once in a great while. Granted, I did ask about the snow thing, and after the first or second time, it kind of got a bit repetitive. I'll say that. So if there ever was like another snowstorm, I think I would only do it once and then kind of let it go from there. But you guys enjoyed the random live streams and the random live shows. When I say streams, I'm talking about the gaming and the random live shows that I did where literally I'd be in front of the camera doing something or I would be shooting the camera outside or whatnot. So I'm going to work on that idea because you guys actually liked it. And I'm going to work on it for this channel because as you guys know, I've moved everything already over to Comic Frontline. However, there is one other thing that I'm going to add to this channel's mix. Now, we've got the regular 3 shows, which you guys know about. We've got the random live streams and live shows that you guys want to see now. And there's one other show that I did not bring back yet. It is conjoined with Zone 4, but from what I learned this past week, a lot of you guys have missed it. And I was talking about SoundCloud being closed, that I was not going to be doing the Dark Avenger podcast anymore through SoundCloud. Right now, it's just not getting the attention from me it needs, and it's not really growing because of that. So I decided to put it on, to end it for now. But then I learned that you guys really enjoyed It's a Bird, It's a Plane, It's a Podcast, or It's a Podcast for short. I actually found out that Nick looked forward to seeing it. I believe I was doing it once a month or every other week or something. So I decided I'm going to continue the Dark Avenger podcast, just not on SoundCloud. I'm going to be continuing them right on here, and they will be It's a Podcast. Now, I know I mentioned Dan and I were going to do something. We still will. It will get a new title if we ever get together finally, because I know Dan is super busy right now, and our schedules aren't really meeting right now. But when they do meet, we will have that show. It just will not go under the title It's a Podcast. It will go under something else. Maybe that's how the Dark Avenger podcast will come back. Will be a vidcast with me and Dan. We'll figure out the details later. That is not something I am promising or saying is in the future, but when me and Dan can actually sit down and figure out a schedule, then we'll make more of a concrete announcement. That is not an announcement. It's a podcast I'm working on bringing back to this channel. And those random live shows that you guys like so much, we'll figure it out. We'll work on it. Again, I want to work through the rest of the spring first. So for the rest of this month and the rest of June, I'll take everything that I've learned from this past live show and I will find little ways to implement it for this channel. So this channel can have some uniqueness to it. But at the same time, all the shows are doing so much better and so great on Comic Frontline. And I'm really appreciative of that again, guys. That I'm very happy where they are now. So if anything, this channel will just keep the shows that are very, very, very long time, and the live streaming, the random live streaming, we'll continue that from time to time, and that might actually help outside the pages as well. Next thing and last thing, and then we'll get into these books. I noticed the more we're doing these reviews, the more books I'm taking, and I'm not saying I'm dropping them completely. There are some books that I'm dropping completely, but there are a lot of books that I'm putting into a casual read. And that doesn't mean I'm taking them out. It means that I'm just reading them at a slower pace so that if I need my comic review out by Tuesday, which we're going to get to that again at some point, we'll be able to get those comic reviews out by Tuesday or Monday. I think we used to do them on Monday. We used to record on Sunday. So to get them back to Monday, books are going to have to get cut or put into a casual read. So what do? We want to discuss these books at some point. And you guys brought up a very good point on Dark Adventure Live again, where we started talking about books. I know somebody brought up Moon Knight, which I had started talking about. So I'm still going to be casually reading all my books. And I've got to find a way. Maybe I'll find a way to implement it on my blogger where I'll list all the books that I'm casually reading. So you guys know that I'm still reading those books. And we could discuss it on Dark Avenger Live. Instead of doing it on the comic review, we'll still find a way to discuss the books that we're reading, just not for the review. We'll discuss them with you guys. So if you're reading Moon Knight or Miss Marvel or any of the books that I'm going to put into a casual read, which there are a few possibly from this week, and maybe from DC when Rebirth happens, at least we'll be able to talk about it on Dark Avenger Live. So I'm not going to bring the books up. You guys are going to have to bring the books up. So when we're doing Dark Avenger Live, I'll bring up a comic section or something, and then when we start talking about comics, if you know that I'm casually reading something, or maybe I'll make a mention of it. Maybe I'll read something in a book and I'll want to discuss it. In that case, it comes up from me. But if I don't bring up a book and you want to hear my thoughts on one of my casual reads, even if I'm an issue behind, I'll give you my thoughts on it, regardless. So just keep note of that. And I'll mention, again, you guys know that I'm Miss Marvel. Mighty Thor I'm taking a little break on because I'm not fanning the artwork. Black Panther being another one. This week's books, there's a few from this week. Oh God, there were a few. I think Web Warriors might go to a casual read at some point. Did I say Moon Knight already?
I think so.
Okay, well, just in case it's Moon Knight. And I don't have anything DC yet because Rebirth's happening. So let's get into the books this week. Again, though, I'm hoping that through Dark Avenger Live we'll still be able to discuss books that will leave the comic review. But again, I don't want to overpower the comic review either now because we brought the indies back to the Dark Avenger comic review, and it's already an hour-long show. With all the new DC books, I don't want to overpower the show with too many books. So...
Oh, yeah.
That's the first. I just want to remind everybody that you can get this at Sorority of Power. That's Michael. That's
Issue
right.
number 10.
So anyway, first up we've got Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 10, Issue 27. I'm really enjoying Buffy. Unfortunately, Buffy will be ending in Season 10 soon, but fortunately we'll be coming back for Season 11. We've got Independence Day. Issue number 3. I think it's issue number 3. Not on the cover. Or it is, and I'm just not seeing it because I'm blind. This is going to get an honorable mention, and that's Usagi Yojimbo, issue number 154. We'll see if I have time to read it, and I'll give you guys a bit of an in-depth on it. If not, it'll get an honorable mention because I love it. We've got Hellchild, issue 3 of 5. Inferno Resurrection, issue 3 of 5. Lords of the Jungle, issue number 3.
This book's awful. I'm going to drop it.
Okay. Rai, this is a 4001 AD. This is issue number 13, but it's connected to 4001. We've got the Wrath of the Eternal Warrior, issue number 7. Got Exo Man of War, issue number 1.
The annual.
The annual. It's an annual, so it's annual number 1. We got Red Sonja number 5. Xena number 2. Tomb Raider number 4. 4. And now we're in the big 2. We've got Robin, Son of Batman. The penultimate issue. I thought this was the last issue, but it turns out issue 13 is going to be the last issue. This is issue 12. Titans Hunt, issue 8. Big things are teased at the end of this issue, and it goes into that one-shot. Future Quest, because I had to. It's got all of my favorite cartoons mixed together. Johnny Quest Space Ghost. Oh, man, I've already read it, and oh, man, I can't wait to share my thoughts with you guys. Moving to a digital format, All New Wolverine, issue number 8. I believe issue 9 we did get physically from DCBS, but issue 10 will go back to the physical format. Old Man Logan, issue number 6. There's a reason why I'm putting this back out there. Uncanny Avengers issue 9 as a returning character, which when I heard he was returning, I wanted to read this issue, so we'll see if we get it. Deadpool Mercs for Money, issue number 4. Power Man and Iron Fist, issue 4. And I think that's it, right? No, we got a couple more. Spider-Woman, issue number 7. Issue number 7. And Spidey, issue number 6. This is the last one.
And there was also another comic, which was Martian Manhunter, issue number 12, the final issue. I just didn't put it for this week, but I did read it though, and it was really good.
Alright, I'm going to show you guys a free comic book day book we did get, and that's Captain America, Steve Rogers' Captain America. And it also has a backup story for Dead No More, that sets up Dead No More, so it's Cap and Spidey in one, which I'm really glad we got our hands on this one at least. I have the next volume, the next hardcover to Batman The Dark Knight 3. This is issue number 4. I found out issue 5 is coming out next month, so I will have the hardcover. I did order it from DCBS. July, apparently, they're taking a break, and then August we'll be back to the hardcovers. I believe this is 8 issues long, so this is the halfway point. I'm not a fan of the cover. I'm really not. I like that all of the previous 3 the previous 3 volumes were all Batman. I'm kind of a little let down that it's Joker on this cover. I do like the picture they chose for the back, though, which was Superman getting beat up by his daughter. But I don't know. I'm not really too much of a fan of this one. But you can't be a fan of all 8. I knew there was going to be one issue that was going to be my lowest, and so far it's that one. Books for this week, we've got Spider-Man, issue number 4, continuing Miles Morales. Final Days of Superman, issue. This is number 7 of 8. This is issue 29. Wonder Woman 52, it all ends here. And it sure does. Futurama continues with issue 79. I believe it's every 3 months because I haven't seen this on DCBS yet for the past 2 months. It'll probably come out in August next. Yes! I told you guys we were going to physically get at least the main story, so here's Civil War issue 2. I don't know whether myself or Michael or both of us will be checking it out. I will say I looked at the artwork and I've already started reading it, so it'll probably be me. Invincible 128. Street Fighter Unlimited issue number 6. Does it say of? Oh no, it's cover A. Sinestro 23. I believe this is the last issue. I'm going to make triple sure. Yes. This is the last issue for Sinestro, and then he'll be going back into the Green Lantern Corps book. There won't be any other Lantern books. Spawn 263. And finally, and with a gorgeous cover, and it's so sad to see this series go, but this is the grand finale to the awesome Superman American Alien issue number 7. Max Landis has done an amazing job with this series. I've loved it from issue 1 through 6. I cannot wait to see how this entire series concludes. I've just been in love with American Alien. And with that, that's it for this haul, guys. Feel free to comment below your thoughts on any of the books you guys saw here. Recommendations as always. Any of your thoughts on the news. Again, the news, and when I say the news, I don't mean adding to the news. I mean your thoughts on what I've mentioned. I know a lot of you guys were happy on the live show when I said I was going to figure out how to do more live shows and live streams, as well as the return of It's a Podcast. Since you all wanted it, you got it. That's what I'm here for. You guys want something, and I can do it. I want to do it for you guys. Just give me some time to figure out how I'm going to do it, and we will get to it. Till then, though, take care. Keep reading, keep collecting. Links in the description below. Check them out in your spare time, please. And there are links here, there, everywhere. So till then, take care. Keep reading, keep collecting. See you guys really soon in the next video.